Interac membership in the Tozen Union frequently asked questions. Number 1. What is Tozen? Tozen is a national union of mostly foreign workers. For more than 13 years, Tozen has been punching far above its weight, getting results at the negotiating table by pursuing fair deals while being unafraid to strike and protest when employers refuse to negotiate. The Interac shop is a group of Interac employees within the ALT local. The ALT local is within Tozen. Number 2, why do people join the Interac shop? Members of the Interac shop are united by a shared commitment to improve Interac for each other, our fellow teachers, and our students. Some of our members are dissatisfied with their pay, working conditions, or the company's lack of transparency. Others were victims of harassment or unfair treatment before joining, or are new to Japan and vulnerable to exploitation. The union's purpose is to address these issues with Interac and find a meaningful, reasonable compromise. When the company stonewalls negotiations or breaks the law, the union strikes, protests, and takes legal action when necessary. Number 3, who is in the union? Our Interac membership includes members from across Japan and at all stages of their careers. Some are in their first year, others have been with the company for more than 10 years. In the union, we have substitute teachers, elementary school, junior, and senior high school teachers, and also a consulting head teacher. Number 4, who will support me if I join the union? We all support each other. Your case officer and the Interac shop steward will be your main points of contact in emergencies. The president and vice presidents of the ALT local are also there to support you with any issues. We may also share advice, resources, job opportunities, and do our best to support each other with any non-work issues we might have. Number 5, will Interac fire me for joining a union? It's illegal for Interac to fire its employees for joining a union. The Labor Union Act from 1946 guarantees the rights of all Interac employees to join labor unions, engage in collective bargaining, and strike. The chances of retaining your job are significantly higher as a union member. The 10-plus year tenure of many of our members is testament to that. In 2022, one of our members experienced what the union considers to be a retaliatory and illegal form of termination. In response, Tozen added this offense to its lawsuit against Interac, which is currently ongoing at the Tokyo Labor Commission. Tozen is fighting for this member's reinstatement along with full back pay. All of our members were renewed for the 2023 to 2024 school year without incident. Number 6, will Interac treat me disadvantageously for joining a union? It's illegal to discriminate against union members for their membership. When you join, we declare to your employer that you are now represented by the union. Generally speaking, we declare Interac members within a month. From that point on, the company has to treat you in accordance with their agreements with the union, and any changes to your working conditions have to be presented to you for negotiation. There have been some instances of what Tozen considers to be disadvantageous treatment towards its members, but we are currently fighting those cases at the Tokyo Labor Commission. Overall, union members are treated better than average despite management's insistence that they can't treat union members differently. Number 7, what knowledge can I gain by joining a union? It can be difficult to understand your rights under Japanese law. For example, there is no penalty to employers for writing legally unenforceable clauses into their contracts. So many companies behave as if you have no choice but to accept their demands. However, a full-time instructor's contract must adhere to the Labor Standards Act. It cannot be superseded by any company rule or working regulation. Tozen Daigaku is an ongoing online lecture series conducted by the union where you can learn more about your rights at work. Additionally, all members are welcome to be present during consultations with union lawyers. Number 8, what is striking? Striking is when union members leave or do not attend work in protest of a company's actions. Union members strike together in strict accordance with the Labor Union Act. Striking is often necessary when negotiations break down. It's sometimes the only way that the union can persuade a company to come back to the table. Tozen is currently in dispute with Interac, and we strike at least once a month. Some members prefer to strike more, and that's fine too. Number 9. What does striking entail? The Interac shop has been conducting 3 types of strikes: all-day strikes, half-day strikes, and strikes after the first period. The union has found that striking partial days is more effective, as our members have the opportunity to tell their colleagues why they are leaving on strike. Number 10. What's the difference between striking and taking time off, or just failing to report to work? Striking is a legally protected activity, which can only be done as a member of a union currently in dispute with an employer. Unlike paid leave, there's no limit to the length of time or number of times you can strike. If you are absent from work without using your paid leave or a strike notice being issued, then you may be subject to disciplinary action by the company. Number 11. What is the process for striking? We meet to discuss the details of the strike, and the case officer issues a strike order. Interac's management are notified, and it's Interac's responsibility to communicate with the affected branches and inform our schools. Union members cannot communicate directly with Interac management or others outside the union about strikes in advance. Number 12. Is striking expensive? Interac doesn't pay you for the time that you strike, but the union offers strike relief, which replaces 70% of our lost wages and is deposited into your bank account within 2 weeks of claiming relief. Number 13. How much are union dues? We pay 2,300 yen, including a 300 yen bank transfer fee, to the General Treasury and 501 yen to the ALT local treasury each month to keep the union running. Union dues pay our case officers' wages, our lawyers' fees, and court costs, and help replace our wages and expenses when striking and protesting. Depending on how you pay, bank fees or transaction fees may also apply. Tozen is currently championing a significant lawsuit against the Japanese government, and members who can afford it have the option to contribute special victory dues of a further 1,000 yen. No one is ever pressured to contribute more than they can afford, and the members in financial hardship can apply for dues relief of up to 100%. All members vote annually on the amounts we pay, and Tozen dues are often more affordable than other unions. Our finance officers are elected annually from among the membership, and we can all access union financial records and vote on how our dues are spent. Number 14. How often do you meet? We hold monthly meetings of the ALT local and usually one collective bargaining session with Interac each month. These meetings are held via Zoom and typically last between an hour and a half to 2 hours. If there's an emergency, we may schedule an Interac shop meeting, but these are infrequent. Tozen members who live in the Kanto region attend hearings at the Tokyo Labor Commission on rotation. 15. What happens if I can't attend a meeting? Being a member of Tozen requires participation. The union is its membership. We act together with and for each other. The more of us there are at meetings and at negotiations, the more power we have. If you're not there, we can't act for you. With that being said, it's generally understood that it's sometimes not possible to attend due to unforeseen circumstances. In such cases, simply contact your case officer or the shop steward. Number 16. How do I join the union? Email our case officer, Jerome Rothman, at tozen.rothman@gmail.com for a free, confidential consultation. Number 17. Is it easy to leave the union? Yes, you simply need to email your case officer, and that's it. So please do go to interac.tozenunion.org and learn more about us, or email our case officer, Jerome Rothman, at tozen.rothman@gmail.com. Thanks. See you there.